So this user has a Rolex Perpetual from 1962 and he wanted to know what today's value was on it. I suggested to them anywhere from just under $2,000 up to $3,000, but there are lots of different variables that go into that pricing in today's market. And a couple of those variables that go into pricing vintage Rolexes are what the peripherals are. Do they come with the box and papers and hang tags to go along with it? Now, this user hasn't showed me a picture or a video of this, and there might be a little bit of confusion on what they actually have. In 1931, Rolex patented a self-winding movement, and they named it the Oyster Perpetual. So you'll see here on this GMT Master 2, this is the Batman version, that they put Oyster Perpetual date underneath it, and that refers to it having an automatic self-winding movement with a date feature on it. Today, a Rolex Oyster Perpetual usually refers to this particular model, and this is actually one from the era that he's talking about, which is just a plain watch with no date complication and is automatic self-winding. And they still make this today. I was able to pull up a vintage catalog of the Rolex line from 1968, which is actually a fun look into its history. The watch in question that I think that he has is a reference number 1002, and we can see here it's stainless steel. And it is $197.50 in 1960. So if we were to adjust that number to today's value, it'd be around $1,800. This means that this timepiece has held its value over time, if not increased in value ever so slightly. The Rolex vintage watch world kind of plays off of what today's market looks like. The more popular models are the ones that are moving. The Oyster Perpetual, especially in the 34 millimeter size, which is considered a small size, a lot of ladies are wearing that, isn't as sought after as maybe the Submariner or the Daytona, or even a Day-Day. So even though it is a really cool piece to have for yourself, even if it does have the box and the papers and it's in pristine condition, you might be able to get upwards over $3,000, maybe $4,000 if you're lucky. But what you'll be looking at is wholesale prices, and those people have to sell it to another person, and then that person will sell it to a consumer. You could also put it in on trade, but usually for trade you get like a wholesale price for it. Yeah, it's super cool that you shared that with me. If you want to, you could share even further, show a picture, a video of it. I'd love to see it. But yeah, it's still a super cool watch to have, and thanks for asking the questions. I hope I was able to teach you something about the history of Rolex and kind of how things are valued in the vintage watch world.